Greetings fellow tank commanders. In this video I'm going to be showing you a game that I played in the Tiger 1 Hammer. This is a tier 7 German premium heavy tank with standard matchmaking. The game I'm playing is a standard battle on Skorpion Pass with tier 7 as the top tier and 1 artillery on each team. For this game my tank is equipped with a gun rammer, an enhanced gun laying drive, and coated optics. I'm using a large repair kit, large first aid kit, and instead of my usual fire extinguisher, I have chocolate. The Hammer is one of my favorite tanks, and I've earned 3 marks of excellence on it, so I've chosen the more expensive supplies on it for maximum performance. And with the Hammer's excellent silver earning potential, I usually don't lose any silver for using these. Usually when I'm hunting for marks of excellence, I have an almost even split of premium ammunition in the tank, but the Hammer has some great penetration on its AP shells, and with its reliable accuracy, I just stick with mostly AP rounds. Now we have our first target of the game, a light tank which is streaking at about 450 meters away. I just absolutely love the accuracy on the Hammer. Even at this distance, the reticle is hardly bigger than this light tank, which means that the pressure lies on the player to properly lead his target. I can't even blame RNG for that shot because I was aiming a little too high on the tank. We're in luck. Now we have a new target, a Tiger 1, just sitting out in the open. Wow, the reliability of this gun is insane. It's one of the main reasons why I decided to get 3 marks of excellence on this tank, because it's all about the player's performance, and so you're not relying on a lot of luck. And it's not like a lot of other sniper tanks which have very little offensive abilities, because after you're done sniping you still have 1,550 hit points and a really awesome damage per minute, which means that the Hammer can either lead a quick and crushing assault, or it can be an excellent support tank for a more heavily armored tank that'll bounce a few shots. So much of using the Tiger style tanks is about timing, because you are an extremely good sniper tank, but at the same time your team is still relying on you to be a heavy tank. You might not get great offensive opportunities every game, but when they do come around you have to make sure you're ready to move and brawl alongside your teammates. Now you may have noticed that I've been checking the tactical situation on the map quite frequently. I'm just keeping an eye on the northwestern flank because I've had some really bad experiences from overextending on this side of the map and not getting back to the base in time, which is always a real shame because you have such a great vantage point over your base from here. Now I'm getting another sniping opportunity down in the valley. The IS is trying to make his way through the city. We've had 3 players which I've destroyed, which have been out in the open in the middle of the map. I haven't had much success myself or seen a lot of other players have success going up the middle of the map like these guys have been. Most of the time it's just a death trap because of all the great sniping positions which this side of the map gives you. But I know I'm definitely not complaining about it because I certainly do love the target practice I'm getting. Just make sure that if you are going to go into the middle of the map you have a solid plan beforehand and you know where the best places to seek cover are. It looks like the enemy has gained an advantage on the northwest flank, and so I'm falling back to get ready for their push on our base. I initially picked the wrong spot to set up here. I'm too far back to spot the enemies while they're streaking towards our base. It took me a minute here to figure it out, but once I did, I headed farther down the slope and found a spot with some good cover. Now, although I'm alone here in defending our base, I'm quite comfortable because I still have all my hit points. And I know that I have an advantage over most of these tanks from a distance. Also, with my very experienced crew, I'm likely to outspot most of the enemies. Now, I ruined my camouflage advantage here by not being in a proper position beforehand. Because I'm moving around, I don't get the extra camouflage bonus for remaining still. I may have been able to get another shot in without being detected if I had have been in a proper position. I take a damaging hit here, but I'm staying in position because I don't want this T-29 to get a proper hull down position. I got a really lucky shot there to hit his cupola, but but now I'm going to have trouble finishing him off. With his health so low, I don't really need to get a full damaging hit, so I'm going to switch to the HE rounds and just try to splash damage him. Again, unlucky shot here with the HE round, and it goes into his gun mantlet, but with my second, I am able to hit the top of his turret and finish him off. Now I've only been taking fire from one enemy in the back, and with his unsuccessful hits on me, I'm assuming that he's one of the tier 5 heavy tanks. A large portion of the remaining enemies fell back to defend their base. They were successful, and now I am the last man standing against 4 enemies. There are 2 tier 5 heavy tanks, a Hellcat, and an IS remaining on the enemy team. I still have most of my hit points, so I know that if I get some damaging hits on the enemies from a distance before they can get their own shots in on me, then I might still have a chance. That KV-1 really didn't have a chance of out-spotting me, and that was an easy kill to pick up. Now the remaining 3 enemy tanks went back to defend their base, and since they know where I'm positioned and they outnumber me, they're probably going to come from the shortest distance possible, which is through the mostly open portion of the map, which gives me a great advantage. Once again, I'm having a little bit of trouble deciding where I should position, and so I move forward a little bit more. And this is just cheeky. That is some really good luck right there. As much as I'd like to say that was skill, going in front of that rock crack just at the right time to give me that shot, that was just luck. I'm a little more confident now that there's only 2 enemies remaining, so I'm going to try to get a good vantage point over the large open area that I have to cover. Now I get spotted here without being able to spot the enemy, and now I need to find a new position which will allow me to get the first shot in. It may seem kind of foolish to go back to the exact same position which I was spotted in, but I have no luck finding them in the other position. Now it's risky to stay up in the open like this, but I don't want to let this Hellcat get behind me so that they can do a 2-front attack. I get a nice opportunity here to shoot at his back, and the Hellcat definitely makes the right decision to keep on driving. My shots only do 239 and 224 damage. The average damage for this gun is 240, so I was a little unlucky and left the Hellcat with just enough hit points. In this situation, it would be no good to leave that Hellcat alive, even if I do end up taking some damaging hits. Luck is on my side though, and his shot goes into my track, and I am able to finish off the 2 remaining hit points that he had. I have a good position here, but I don't know where the IS is coming from. I decide to be a bit risky and change my position, because I have so many hit points left. I would rather be in a bad position and catch the IS by surprise, rather than letting him get in a favorable position where he can just trade shots with me. I've got to be careful here because this IS player has 4 kills, so it's no fool. We both miss our first shots here, but I am able to sink home my second one. Luck is definitely on my side, and his second shot goes into my track. I definitely have the advantage in this position because I get to use my full rate of fire, and he's not using the 122mm cannon, which would have given him an advantage in trading shots with me. And just like that, he's gone. I managed to survive against the 4 remaining enemy tanks. Now let's check the post-game stats and see how well I did for this performance. For this game, I was able to earn 117,000 silver. I didn't use any APCR shells or my large repair kit or first aid kit. And this is without any multipliers. I earned 3,862 experience, also without any multipliers. In this game, I destroyed 9 enemy vehicles and dealt 5,445 damage, and that's without any ammo racks or fires. I received some nice awards for this game, including High Caliber, Mastery Badge Ace Tanker. I got Top Gun for destroying 6 enemy vehicles, Devastator for destroying 7, and a Radley-Walters medal for destroying 9. This game definitely helped with my damage standing, which for this tank is 97.39. And since I've already earned the marks of excellence with this tank, I'm not even trying to keep those numbers high. This tank is just that good. I placed at the top of my team, earning a base XP of 2,145. I managed to hit 33 of my 38 shots and penetrate 27 of those. In this game, I managed to damage the radio on the T-34. I damaged the engine on the Tiger and the T-37. I injured the driver in the IS, and I got a little bit of experience in silver for a Crusader who destroyed himself. Well, that's all for this game. I hope you enjoyed seeing the awesome sniping potential of the Tiger 1 hammer, and that you will never underestimate this vehicle on the battlefield again. Stay tuned for more awesome World of Tanks videos.